Good morning, all. It's Tuesday, July 29th. This is an open door, and we are looking this morning at Training Wheels, which is a book I wrote in 2019 that takes the lessons of the daily lessons of A Course in Miracles and looks at them in a new way, not a completely new way, but just gives them um, a more non-dual translation. So today we are on lesson 43, God is my source. I cannot see apart from God. So this morning we're going to do the usual thing. I invite you to turn your screen off so that you can just not worry about what you look like, not worry about what's going on around you. Just settle in. I'm going to read the first 43 lessons, and then we'll do a bit of a meditation here after the reading, and we'll just see how it goes. So settle in. Allow whatever arises in the moment to arise. We are the movement. We are the awareness of the movement. We are both of those things at once. Nothing I see means anything. I have given everything I see all the meaning it has for me. I do not understand anything I see. These thoughts do not mean anything. I am never upset for the reasons I think. I'm upset because I see something that is not there. I see only the past. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. I see nothing as it is now. My thoughts do not mean anything. My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. I am upset because I see a meaningless world. A meaningless world engenders fear. God did not create a meaningless world. My thoughts are images I have made. I have no neutral thoughts. I see no neutral things. And I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. I am determined to see. I am determined to see things differently. What I see is a form of vengeance. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. I do not perceive my own best interests. I do not know what anything is for. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. Above all else, I want to see. Above all else, I want to see things differently. God is in everything I see. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. I am not a victim of the world I see. I have invented the world I see. There is another way of looking at the world. I could see peace instead of this. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. My holiness envelops everything I see. My holiness blesses the world. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. My holiness is my salvation. I am blessed as a son of God. God goes with me wherever I go. God is my strength. God's vision is my gift. God is my source. I cannot see apart from God. God is my source. I cannot see apart from God. A Course in Miracles makes a fundamental distinction between the real and the unreal. Reality is total, limitless, eternal, pure, and unambiguous. The unreal is an illusion of limitation, a projection of separation made by a mind that believes it can and has become its own creator. The illusory world of form, of separate bodies, of separate objects, of separate things that have beginnings and endings, birth and death, loss and decline, scarcity and fear. This is the illusory world of form. What thinks itself separate must fear attack from without, and it will defend against anything it perceives as a threat. And eventually, everything is a threat. Even those you think you love the most at some point become threats, threats to the ego. Has this not been your experience? We have made a mess of what we have made. But we actually have created nothing. We have made a labyrinth, a dream world, and we are lost within it. We cannot find our way out of our dream of what we have made by using the same thoughts that brought us here. Truly, there is only one way out. Suffering is often one form of learning, and most of us choose it over many lifetimes. Suffering is a limited curriculum, but we must experience it, at least it seems so, in order to understand and know its limitations. Eventually, we will all take up another curriculum. This is the curriculum of forgiveness, based on the reality of oneness, of unity, of the one song sung. Forgiveness reverses the ego's creation, or what the ego has made, a world of separation and loss, a dream of scarcity, of blame, of judgment. But forgiveness allows true perception. Today's practice sessions continue our training in true perception. We are learning to see beyond the ego's projection. We're learning to see through it. True seeing is accomplished in the heart and mind, but not with the body's eyes. These exercises might seem very simple and even silly at first, but they are powerful. Their effects are a form of miracle, which might not be recognized until later, when it's least expected. There are 3 5-minute practices for today. Each practice has an opening statement and then a short meditation. Try to space them out in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening if you can. We will do our first one now. So be present in your seat. If you have your camera on, you can turn it off or leave it on, whichever you'd like. Just relax into your body. Sometimes it's easier to relax with your camera off. When you're ready, say in your mind, softly, God is my source. I cannot see apart from God. God is my source. I cannot see apart from God. And now gently open your eyes and just glance around the room. Just look softly. And whatever your mind rests on, whatever your eyes rest on, just gently and softly say to yourself, God is my source. I cannot see whatever is in your field of vision apart from God. For example, you might say, God is my source. I cannot see this table apart from God. I cannot see the wall apart from God. Indeed, I cannot see the empty space apart from God. Don't discriminate in your choice of objects. Just let your sight be directed casually and without any exclusion. Now just close your eyes and sink a little bit more deeply into the present moment, whatever's arising. And now we're going to repeat the lesson again and let the words move in the body. God is my source. I cannot see apart from God. Let go of this world. Feel your way past the body, past thoughts and memories, to a place of stillness. What would it be like? What would it feel like to know everything as holy, as one? What would it feel like? Can you feel the table or the wall or even the empty space as part of you, part of your own energy? Can you feel your body vibrate internally with the frequency of unseen energy that lies within your cells and between your cells? Give yourself permission to be curious. As you travel inward, feel your way into the center of your own being. It will be quiet, still, and peaceful. And it's okay if it's not right now. Say yes to whatever arises. And say in your mind, God is my source. I see the world with forgiveness. God is my source. I am connected with everything. Nothing is apart from me. God is my source. I sense the boundlessness of everything. When you say these words, notice how they vibrate within your being. God is my source. I look with gentleness upon all things. Practice mindfulness today. Apply the lesson as often as possible. When you're standing in the line at the store, when you're stopped in traffic, when you meet a stranger's eyes on the street. If you have come this far, you have come to learn this curriculum. And you are on your way. God is my source. I cannot see apart from God. I cannot see apart from God. When you're ready, take a few deep breaths. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your heart center. And come on back. Good morning, all. How did you find that lesson? Are you all so deeply into the silence that it's hard to talk? Yeah, that's good. Rana, and then Richard.
I'll start us off. There was a real sense that this space, also known as air, is life. I got the sensation of it is me. And once again, just that gentle pointing that air is the life, all like this body is a point of view character, but it's not the only point of view at all. So I got that grand, spacious, everything. And that's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you. Richard, come to the head of the table. Thank you, Rana.
Morning, everyone. Love us all, and I think I've shared this before, but I have a problem with the word God. So because my conditioning was God was a separate being other than me, so I have this dualistic problem with the word God. So over the years, I've changed for me. The word God was love. Since the Course says, teach only love because that is what you are, I use love in place of God, and I'm much more comfortable with that. And I love the idea of sinking into the stillness, stepping into the stillness, dropping into the stillness. And in that experience of no thought, I can experience peace, love, and joy, regardless of what seems to be going on in the dream. So love us all, and great to be here.
Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that, Richard. God is it is a really loaded word, and love is a great substitute. I have the same issue when people and I know I don't mean any disrespect to anybody here, but when people call God the Father all the time, it's like I just want to say, Mother, don't forget the mother. But it's not either, right? It's just a word. It's just a word. And so you have to say yes to it, as Cindy says. Just say yes.
I learned to from Abraham Hicks. Their definition of source is not physical source energy, and I really resonate with that. In other words, it's not a being, it's not a thing, it's not physical source energy. So when we say we're connecting or aligning with source, we're connecting with a non-physical source energy, which is a life force that lets us manifest what we do.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the origin of light. It's the origin. We could call it origin. We could call it first cause. We could call it, the alpha and the omega. We could call it, and this is where I sort of get Islam. Any name you give it is not the right name. Right. So thank you. Thank you, Richard, bringing us right back to reality. Love is my source. I cannot see apart from love. Patricia, good morning.
Good morning, all. Wonderful to see you and be with you. Hello, dear ones. I was thinking about the word moment, dropping into the moment. And moment is God. Because when I drop into the moment, I'm dropping into awareness. And when I drop into awareness, I am in the source. That's my experience.
And that is such a reassuring understanding because it's always available. It never leaves. It never changes.
It always is.
It always
Right now.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
It always is. Who was it? Maybe it was Rana that pointed out to us, or no, it's always Mel who points out to us that the now isn't just a single point in time. The now is always.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Love that.
I do too. That really was a bit of an eye opener for me when I came into that understanding. It's always now. Now isn't a point in time. Time is in now, if you want to put it that way. Yeah, flow of life, the movement of awareness. Yeah, the flow of life. Cindy says, the same can be said for here. It is always here. Yeah, Ken Wapnick, no, Bill Thetford was told to say the prayer, here I am, which is like meeting source, meeting love at its point now. Will you do this lesson 2 more times today? Will you do it as many moments as it rises in your awareness to do it. There you go.
Can you speak a little bit on what it means to do the lesson?
Wherever the moment finds you, whenever it arises in your awareness, not through any effort of the personal mind, but through allowing, through being, through stillness. When it arises, be grateful and use the opportunity to look around. Love is my, I want to say love is the light in which I see, but that's next week. Love is my source. I cannot see apart from love. Just practice presence, but it's not even a practice. It's accepting the gift. Isn't it? It's accepting the gift of it. It arises not through any effort, not through any practice. It just arises. Love is my source. Wow. What a great thing to know. That answers every question I have about what I am. Love is my source. I don't need to know anything else about what I am. I cannot see anything apart from love. That is the path to unity awareness. That ends the resistance to separation. Okay? What is the feeling I cannot see apart from love? Peace is an attribute of that sentence. I cannot see anything apart from love. Not the table, not the flower, not the building, not my hand, not the other person. And I don't have to run down the street proclaiming it so that everyone can hear, to use the words of the guides and Paul Selig. I just say it silently. And as Sandra mentions to us all the time, when I say it, it changes everything. It's almost as though love is my source. I cannot see apart from it. And I can envision invisible waves moving out from the present moment into the world, just saying that. So that's what the practice, sorry for the long answer, but that's my answer, Cindy. Come to the head of the table. Maybe, Cindy, it's just saying yes to everything. Is that the practice?
Well, I want to I'm very comfortable with the word God, and I don't mind him and her and all of those things. So um, the line from this lesson that I wrote in my journal this morning reads, "You cannot see apart from God because you cannot be apart from God. Whatever you do in him, because whatever you think with his mind." Um, I was on the phone with one of my sisters this morning for about a half hour, and I could feel separation. Let's put it that way. And when I got off the phone, um, and it was just her venting, there was no disagreement between her and I, right? It was her for about a half hour, almost nonstop, discussing her life. And man, it's a lot. She has 3 children that are engaged. So there's a lot. Um, I got off the phone and I recognized that I had, quote unquote, 10,000 different judgments of a me and a not me. Like everywhere I looked, there were in-laws, there were a future son-in-law, 2 future daughter-in-laws. There were a lot of in-laws. There was a husband. There was an upset son. It went on and on, and like it was a lot. And I realized that there was this space was filled with it, and I was trying not with job. I could see it, like, and I talked to her on my walk, and then I sat on the couch, and this idea that there's no separation, like holding this idea that there's only the one mind, there's only everything is me. Like I've heard Helen Hamilton say that a lot. I've been listening to her work with people, and people will say, I'm taking up too much time. It's funny. People say that here too. And her general response, though, is I love her response because all she keeps saying is there's only one of us here. And so we're doing this for the one that is here, right? That's her general response. But the thing was, I was sitting and I got chills. So thank you for letting me say this. After this conversation, which I could have just, if we weren't so immersed in doing this work, I could have just said, oh, that's my sister, and God, I'm glad I'm not her, which was part of it. It was what I was saying to her. You're in a master class. Man, I'm so glad I don't have the money to put on a wedding, because I could just say, let's have a picnic, because that's about what I could. So I was like, man, you're in a master class. But I realized when I got off the phone, there was so much here that just wanted to say, I'm so glad that's not me. And then I sat in this essence of this lesson. That's what I said. How do we use this lesson? And going, well, but what if it's really all me? Why is this here? And there was a lot of energy. There was a lot of emotion. There was a lot of movement. And there was also an interesting degree of resistance. And I brought it into my diet afterwards. I could really sit here in this lesson going, seeing what's in here that doesn't want to be that, And so for me, there's an opportunity to take this one thought into every thought, which is different than the flow, and it's different than the interaction. None of this was going on when I was when I was with her. I was just with her. It was tapping into how I felt when I got off the phone, and so many me, not me thoughts all over the place. And it wasn't even about my opinion about any of it. It was just not me, not me, not me, not me, not me, not me, And so using this kind of lesson in that and really watching, it was more of an energy movement than an emotional movement, and then the resistance, like, why would I want to be living that life? It was, and then just going, who is the one here who insists she's separate from that? And so I just wanted to share that. That was part of what just asking the question is like, using it in the minutia of my life.
Thank you for that. It just comes to me that the reason that we come together like this and the reason that we do these lessons is because when the proverbial shit does hit the fan and we get challenged, the more we have practiced, quote unquote, the more we have reinforced the knowing, the closer it is for us as our kind of life raft in the chaos of whatever arises. So I'm not sure if I've explained that well, but sometimes, yeah, strong emotions and really intense situations can be chaotic and they can really pull us in. And that's what they're supposed to do. They're just doing their job, right? And so they allow us their opportunities. It's just an indigoism. Everything is here for me. This chaos is here for me. You know, this physical pain is here for me. Yeah, see, practice when it doesn't count because that's your life raft. The Buddha said, build your boat before the rains come. Same thing. Same thing. Yeah. Richard, what you got?
What how I continue to help me with my practice of the Course in Miracles is I am dealing with the oneness of that we all are in truth. That's a love or God or force, energy, or whatever you want to call it. And we all are that. We all seem to understand that. At least we think we do, right? So then what has helped me on my perception of the world is how am I expressing the fact that I am love? How is my condition as a separate self within the dream affecting my ability to manifest the love that I am in truth? Because if I can forgive myself for not expressing love the way I think I should or would like to express love in every thought, word, and deed, how can I then see anybody else in the dream different from me? So everybody I see in the dream, whether it's politicians or family members or whatever, they're all trying to express the love that they are through their conditioning. We're all one, but some of us are able, because of our work with the Course or whatever system we want to believe in, are apparently able to manifest the love that we are in truth better than others. And that's only because we've decided that's what we want to do. We realize we're not the individual self, we're not the body, we are free. And how we express that freedom of love is a willingness to heal the mind that believes it's something else. And the more we heal the mind, the more we manifest the love that we are. So that helps me look at everything in my dream with a different point of view. I can just let everything be as it is. I may not like it as a separate self, but I can let it be. And I realize my only function is to love whatever I'm perceiving, because that is what we are. So that's what helps me from day to day.
Thank you. The willingness, the willingness. I love that. I love that. Sandra.
Good morning, and thank you, Amy.
Good morning.
Thank you, everyone. Every time I come to this, it's the perfect lesson for me. Does that happen to everybody else? I mean, it's like, this is the perfect lesson for me right now. Just what I needed. And there was something that you said, you said something about it reinforces when we get these opportunities to utilize the knowledge of the truth of who we are in the day-to-day life and the things that happen. And I was reminded of something the guide said the other day. Was it only yesterday? I think it was yesterday. That struck me. The guide said, you will only trust this when you experience it. And that really struck me as so true, that, and it goes along with what you were saying about reinforcement, because all of this is experiential. It's not, there isn't the head knowledge, there's the cognitive understanding, but then there's something very different about the experience of absolutely seeing differently. For me, especially with people, not so much with objects, but with people. And the miraculous nature of having this experience of pure love in a situation that previously would have only brought anger or judgment or criticism or defensiveness. And once I experienced that a little bit, it just kept growing. So what you were saying, Amy, really struck me, that when you said, am I explaining this correctly? I thought, yeah, yeah, you are, because that's exactly my experience. And now I trust it. So am I 100% perfect at this? No. Like Richard said, sometimes I'm willing, sometimes I'm still seduced by I don't know what it is. And we can call it egoic nature. Still has that little seductive quality and wants to draw me in. It kind of likes feeling angry, kind of likes feeling judgmental. But having had the experience of the opposite of that, now I trust it and I know it's way exponentially better. It's like bliss to be able to have a new way of seeing, to make everything new. And I'm just so grateful. And the meditation you led this morning, I can't even describe how beautiful the experience was, hearing your words and sinking into what you were pointing to. So thank you, sweet Amy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Alice, come to the head of the table.
Yeah, I found my button. Thank you, everybody. I would, one word really sometimes really jumped out was the gentle, and being gentle in your guidance of that practice. That just sort of really got my attention, because it was like oh yeah, because forgiveness, like I think that's the what forgiveness looks like or feels like is gentleness. For me, like the opposite of judgmental might be gentle. And I always had a thing with the word, and it's all these words, but the kindness seemed a little bit like I'm giving that away and as a gift, and I should get some recognition, or it's a prideful thing, or I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of that kind of in the be kind, but I think I like gentle. For me, it's a better reminder, like I can be gentle here. And I too have a sister who is my rocket to emotional, crazy land, like consistently. I kind of know that's how the conversation is going to go for me on my side. And it's a reminder that it is, and I, from 12 steps, it was like, practice these principles in all my affairs, is to apply love and peace and understanding and gentleness to my, what I call, difficult sister, So it's a strange concept to see these people as teachers and opportunities to practice. And but I just think gentle, that word gentle really helped me today. And I appreciate that. Thanks.
Thank you, Alice. If it's helpful, I really appreciate your saying what is evoked by the words. One of the ways that I look at gentleness, if this is helpful to anybody, is it's actually powerful. I associate gentleness with power. Because if you truly know you're unlimited and all-powerful and eternal, why not be gentle? It's effortless to be gentle. You know, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys wrote a song called something about mercy, mercy. And it was that what the world needs is mercy. And that word really struck me. The world needs mercy, and it needs gentleness. You know, it's so powerful, isn't it? The word itself is powerful because of it evokes. It's like it fills an empty space that needed to be filled. That word, gentleness. It's like water on a desert, you know. So thank you, Alice. Patricia.
Thank you. I'm just going to build on what Alice was talking about. The word gentle. A big word for me is acceptance. Whatever is going on, just accept it. You know, it's like, I don't know, acceptance. But gentle acceptance has such a softness and such it's like opening my arms to the softness. I don't have the exact words, but it just, the feeling of it is like willing and gentle and acceptance. It's glorious. It feels glorious to me. Thank you.
Thank you. In some ways, I associate the Christ or the man Jesus with gentleness. You know, and that's where I think the New Testament took the Old Testament and turned it on its head. The Old Testament was about war and retribution and kill every man, woman, and child in the village and, you know, an eye for an eye or whatever. Not all about that, but the New Testament really took it. And we're going to talk on Thursday about the message of the crucifixion, which is going to be a really good conversation, I think. So yeah, thank you for that, Patricia. We love what the word evokes because it's our true nature. It's a match for us, right? We love what we love because that's what we are. We pull it into us. Right? I will share that I had a visit from my sister today, not today, this weekend. And Alice and I have the same responses to our sister. My younger sister used to be, she was growing up my best friend. I loved her so much. We did so many fun things together. And then as we got older, we grew apart. She came up this weekend, and it doesn't really matter what or why, but she at one point got so angry with me that we were walking from the restaurant to her hotel in downtown Brunswick on the sidewalk, and she screamed at me. She had a complete meltdown. And she was, in her mind, completely justified in it. And it was so bad. They were supposed to come over for dinner the next night. It was so bad that I thought that our relationship was done. And so I called her in the morning and she agreed to come over. She was happy that I called her. So she came over. And I prayed the entire time before she came over and during the conversation. And there was one point, our husbands left, and we had 2 hours together on the outside of this house. And at one point, I looked up into the sky and I said, Mom, please come and help. Please help. I don't know what to do here. Dad, please come. I don't know what to do here. Grandpa Finley, Grandpa Panis, Grandpa Naylor, please come and tell me, help me, help me, help me. I can't do this alone. And there was one point, we were probably at 2 hours into a 2.5 hour conversation. And I was moved to just say, I love you. I love you. And I know you love me. I know you love me. What do you love about me? And I'll tell you what I love about you. I mean, we were just like, "Ugh." And that was what began to break the ice. That was what began to break it. But it was holding fast. It was friggin' chaos, but it was holding fast and keeping to bringing love back in, back in, back in, reminding both of us, there's love at the foundation here, you know. Anyway, sisters can be very important opportunities for growth. Richard, what you got? Richard's talking a lot today. I love
know,
it.
I
love it.
keeping my mouth off more words.
No, it's always great.
But we're talking about experiences within the dream, right? So I'm listening to all your shares, and I'm going, you know, my story. By the time I was 46 years old, I was the only surviving member of my family of origin. My mother and my father were gone. My two younger sisters had passed on. So from age 46 on, I adopted other families. When I got married, their family became my family. So, and I remember having conversations with my wives over the year that they would have these issues with their family. And I would say to them, thank God, be thankful you have a family. My family's gone. So you don't know how precious a family is, because people come and go in your illusion, in your life, but family is always there. And a family will always be with you, regardless of husbands come and go, wives come and go, friends come and go, but family is always there. So I find that loving family, regardless of what they're doing or what they're thinking, is better than arguing with or going in my egoic state. So I just wanted to share that with him. Someone who has no family, I really envy in a certain way those people that still have family. Love is all.
I love you, Richard. In spite of myself, I love you. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that great reminder. And it's 11 o'clock. Love is my source. Love is in everything I see. I cannot see apart from love. Thank you for being here.